Hello everyone. In today's video, I will discuss about Neo-Functionalism of Jeffrey Alexander. Before going to discuss about Neo-Functionalism, we shall throw a brief light over the functionalism. As we know, functionalism was the very dominant perspective in the sociology during 1950s. But gradually, functionalism started declining due to the criticism from other sociological perspectives like conflict, critical, and others. But again, functionalism started reviving in the 1980s because of the Neo-Functionalism. Neo-Functionalism as a new dimension to functionalism was propounded by Jeffrey Alexander. Jeffrey Alexander believes that Neo-Functionalism is the extension of functionalism. It is not the alternative of functionalism, but it is the modification and extension of functionalism. Neo-Functionalism of Jeffrey Alexander was also the reply to the critics of functionalism. So now we shall discuss about the criticism of functionalism over which the Neo-Functionalism developed. Means Neo-Functionalism developed to overcome the criticism of functionalism. So we shall discuss about the criticism of functionalism. The first important point over which functionalism was being criticized was the excessive stress emphasis on the macro aspect of the society, or in other words, the abstract aspects of the society. So functionalism was less concerned about the concrete aspects of the society, and mostly it analyzed the social structure, social system, social institutions, and others. Functionalism ignored the individual action and interaction in the society. So that was the main important point of criticism over the functionalism. Other important points over which functionalism was being criticized were the functionalism's overemphasis on the integration, equilibrium, social order, and the integration. According to the critique of functionalism, the society cannot always maintain integration, equilibrium, order, and the stability. There may be the change in the course of the process of the society. Society may not always be in order or in equilibrium, but functionalism was completely based on this idea that society maintains integration, equilibrium, order, particularly the Parsons functionalism, which was being criticized by the critical thinkers and the conflict perspectives, that it is not at all possible that society always maintains stability, integration, and order. Jeffrey Alexander argued that the Neo-Functionalism is not the complete sociological perspective, rather it is the extension of functionalism. It is the modification of functionalism, or we can say it is the a reply over the criticism over functionalism. So he mentioned about certain characteristics of the Neo-Functionalism, and on the basis of these characteristics we can understand the Neo-Functionalism as a perspective in sociology. Firstly, Jeffrey Alexander believes that the functionalism should consider other systems like biological system, personality system, cultural system, and others in relation to the social system. That a social system should be described, should be analyzed in relation to the biological system, cultural system, personality system, and others. And there cannot be a monocausal explanation. This is his first characteristic, that functionalism should avoid the monocausal explanation of the social system. It has to consider the other systems that exist in the environment. Secondly, Jeffrey Alexander believes that functionalism should also focus on the micro aspect of the society. There is individual action, interaction in the society. Functionalism should extend its understanding, its horizon, means beyond the social structure and system institutions, and it should include the individual action and others. Thirdly, Jeffrey Alexander believes that the integration is just a possibility in the society. Integration cannot be the description of the society. Functionalism believes that the society always maintains integration, but Jeffrey Alexander here argued that this integration can just be a possibility, it cannot be a description of the society. Then another important characteristic forwarded by Jeffrey Alexander is that the possibility of conflict and deviance in society. The members of the society may not always conform the rules, norms, regulations. They may sometimes go against the rules and regulations and expectations of the society, which is called the deviance. So deviance may also be the possibility in the society, and there may be the conflict of interest among groups or between groups or individuals in the society. The functionalism completely ignored the conflict aspect of the society, but neo-functionalism of Jeffrey Alexander is saying that conflict can also be a possibility in the society. And it is not that conflict will always continue. No. If conflict like situation arises, if conflict arises in the society, definitely there will be the end of this conflict, again society will be in order. So this is how he tried to explain how the social order and conflict is just the possibility, it cannot be the description of the society. And social order cannot be understood in isolation. It has to be analyzed, described in a relation to the other possibilities like the deviance, conflict and others. The Jeffrey Alexander made his idea over another criticism of the functionalism, that is the equilibrium of the society. What Parsons propounded, that society always maintains the equilibrium. Even if society changes, it changes from one state of equilibrium to another state of equilibrium. Here Jeffrey Alexander argued that this state of equilibrium of society is not the description of actual society, it is just a possibility. There may be a change from one state of equilibrium to another state of equilibrium, and may not be the change towards another state of equilibrium. There may be conflict or difference and chaos. So it is not that the society will always be in the equilibrium state of condition. And lastly, Jeffrey Alexander made his the viewpoint over the criticism of functionalism regarding its stand over the change in the society. Functionalism believes that society always maintains order, stability, and it completely ignored the possibility of change in the society. Like the functionalism of Spencer, the Durkheim, who focused on the social structure, social system, and the order in the society. But the Jeffrey Alexander believes that social change is very important in the society. It is the law of the nature. Society always experiences changes, and there may be change towards the more complexity. So change is the most important part of the society, because society is not a static entity, it is subject to change. Since the neo-functionalism of Jeffrey Alexander considered the individual action into its horizon, into its understanding and description. So if the individual is subjective, individual's mind is subjective, there is the possibility of change in the society. So this is how Jeffrey Alexander put forwarded his idea of neo-functionalism to overcome the criticism over functionalism. That is, his main aim was to overcome the criticism of functionalism through his idea of neo-functionalism. So please like and subscribe my channel so that you will get all the relevant videos suitable for you. Thank you.